With us now is Lindsay Sutherland Boal. She is our Canadian correspondent. Hello,
Yay!
Lindsay. How are you?
I'm great, Donna. How are you?
Good. I'm feeling very festive because after 45 years of doing my annual Christmas cookie exchange that my mother started with me when I was 10 years old,
Yeah.
our cookie exchange went international this year thanks to your chocolate stars.
I am so honored that you invited me to be a part of your cookie exchange. I've never done a cookie exchange before, Donna.
There you go.
So thank
And so
you.
we're
I know.
So we're bringing about the joy. So my friend Cindy Marenfeld was like, "Who made the chocolate stars?" And I said, "Lindsay from Canada." So she was like, "Oh my gosh, international! We're so fancy now." Um, so congrats on being, and you were also the first person because they arrived the day earlier, right? So you were also the first person. So you're going to get a special present in the mail. So,
Oh, I can't wait. I love special presents.
so today we're talking about joy. So
Oh,
lead us off. What are some of your
okay.
thoughts and ideas?
Well, it's funny. So I just finished filming the 25th episode of the COVID Chronicles Canada. And for that episode, I went back and interviewed as many of my guests who were available for my 3 days of filming. And one of my favorite guests was available, and his name is Charles McPherson. And he's Canada's guru on everything etiquette and entertainment. And so,
Aha.
right. And so we were talking about how can we find joy in this holiday season where things are just so different and so up in the air. And he said many things in our time together that have really stuck. And for example, one day I really hope that somebody speaks of me the same way he speaks about his stew. I'll have to share that with you another time.
Butler
but,
stew,
but it's about
Canadian butler
how
stew.
I know. So, how do we find joy this time of year? And the answer is to, I think, be mindful. And so, in a conversation that you and I were having last week or 2 weeks ago about having a sort of sensory experience. So, how do we experience Christmas this year by being mindful through the senses? And so, I have to even refer to my notes because I'm so not used
Okay.
to having a sensory experience, you know? So, so how do we experience joy in Christmas? Through touch, sight, sound, smell, and taste. So this is what is happening over here up here in Canada. Okay, so
Okay.
touch. Okay, so every morning before 8 a.m., I go for an 8 kilometer walk, and I go past this card shop, and it's called Collected Joy. So just the title of the shop has my heart. And in their front window, it is this beautiful display of thick, heavy, embossed cardstock. And all of the cards are funny and could only be understood by people who have experienced this global pandemic. For example, all I want for Christmas are antibodies, right? It's kind of funny. So on my big long walk, I thought about who are the people this year that have made a substantial positive contribution to my life. And I realized there's 16 people. And so I went to
Ah,
Collected Joy. I bought 16 of the most beautiful, thick cardstock embossed cards. And I wrote to those 16 people and told them that they had made a positive contribution to my life, for which I still am grateful and thankful at the end of the year. So that is
that
my
counts for
touch, is these
touch.
cards.
Love that.
That touch, because the cards are just so beautiful. Okay, sight. Again, on my 8 kilometer walk, and I love this. On my 8 kilometer walk, every morning I go on two um, routes, and one of them is this beautiful street, big beautiful houses, and overnight it was I turned the normal corner, I did my normal thing, and boom, there was this 14-foot inflatable Santa doing this, and it warmed my heart. But then the very next lawn was the exact same,
Hmm.
14-foot inflatable Santa waving. I thought, what neighbor does that? Immediately, puts an exact same Santa. And then I said, wait, what? And I realized that the entire street had lined their lawns with the exact same 14-foot inflatable Santa. I counted, and there's 60 of them. And so this street is called Inglewood, but at wintertime it turns into Kringlewood. And so there's
Kringlewood.
Inglewood. And so there's 60 of these Santas every day that are waving at you. And if there's, God forbid, there's been a snowfall, they're kind of
Right.
on their sides. And it looks like somebody spiked the eggnog, to be honest. It's kind of
Spiked
fun. So
eggnog. Does that one count for taste? Or we're not there yet? Okay. So
no, that's
first
sight.
we have
Okay.
touch.
So,
Touch.
touch.
Now we have sight.
That was sight.
Okay.
Yes, sound.
Right.
Now, sound is something, two things. One thing came from you again. So the other call that was it last time we talked? Anyways, we were just having a business chat, and then we broke into like a festival of carols.
Yes.
Where we both sang to each other our favorite Christmas carols. And wasn't that lovely? You know?
Yes.
And
So much fun.
yeah, I know.
Well,
So that was
especially
one part.
considering I like to sing and I sing well. But Lindsay, your voice is like angelic. You have no, it's like okay, I sing and I sing really well. But I was like, you started singing and I was like, oh, I'm having a private concert. I was like,
Well, I got so much joy out of my time singing Christmas carols with you, and we were having
Thank
our
you.
business conversation. But the second
Okay.
thing that I'm doing this year
Sounds-
that I've never done
yes.
before is I'm streaming a concert from London on New Year's Eve, and it's
Ooh.
called the Rainer Hirsch New Year's Eve Bash. And
Okay.
Rainer is absolutely the funniest man in classical show business, hands down. And I've worked with him in the past, and he's kind of like the modern day Victor Borga.
Okay.
And he's so funny, and he does these ridiculous acts with orchestra, and he's streaming this concert live from London. And so
Do
I
they
am
still have
totally
tickets left? Do they still have
they
tickets
do,
left?
they do, but you should check your email because I just sent you two. So you're going to this concert in London, and there's really no better way to say good riddance to 2020 than by bringing it in with a hooligan. So I can't wait. So
Thank
that's
you. I love it. Presents. I love presents. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Next one, smell. And so doing the cookie exchange, you inspired me again. And so I made shortbread cookies, and there's nothing like the smell of freshly baked shortbread cookies right from the oven. Isn't that just magic? Magic. And then the last one leads into taste.
Okay.
And again, it reminds me of something that Charles McPherson said, the butler. He said, we have to recognize that this year is going to be different. But we've got to find a way to make the most important traditions to us still happen in some way. And at least for Canadians, it's the meal. It's the Christmas Day meal. And so he's saying, if Uncle Bill burns a turkey every year, Uncle Bill better get to work and go and burn that turkey, pack it up and drive it to whomever is available to you so that we can still enjoy the comfort foods that we're used to enjoying. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bake shortbread cookies. I'm going to write some more cards. I'm going to certainly go down to Kringlewood and say hello to the 60 Santas that are lining Inglewood Drive. I'm going to listen to Rainer's concert. I'm going to sing Christmas carols. I'm going to bake shortbread.
Perfect. Perfect. And I'll be doing all those same things. You know, it sounds fabulous. It really does. And I think it's all about that. I think today I've been posting some things on social media too about like, okay, well, joy's not canceled. It's not canceled. We're not canceling joy.
No.
You know, we're just going to keep going on. We're going to find our ways. And so, Lindsay, that's why I just love and adore you. We're going to continue this. We're going to keep celebrating life. And Merry Christmas to you. And I can't wait for New Year's. So thanks, as always, for being a great guest.
Oh, my pleasure. It's so great to see your face.
I'll see you soon. God bless. Bye, my friend. Bye-bye.